is The Big Show. The Big Show.
It's a lovely day, Seawolves. I'm your host, Lubna Barkat.
And I'm Rachel Riddle.
We are in the 5th week of the semester, and some of you may be studying for midterm exams, but we here at The Big Show are thinking about news. The biggest news impacting our campus is the appointment of a new president at Stony Brook. Dr. Andrea Goldsmith will be the new president of Stony Brook University. Professor Goldsmith will be starting with us on August 1st, 2025. She's coming from Princeton University, where she has served as the Dean of Engineering and Applied Sciences.
She's also taught at Stanford University. As an academic, she has emphasized the electrical engineering side of communication. Goldsmith is also the author of a book called Wireless Communications. She's invented 38 things that are now patented, and in a statement to the Stony Brook community, Goldsmith stressed her strong commitment to entrepreneurial activities. Although she spent a considerable amount of time at very elite universities like Stanford and Princeton, her own education was at a public university not too different from our own, University of California, Berkeley.
She will be a fresh breeze at Stony Brook, an electrical engineer as president. That's kind of cool. And I'm sure all of us at the School of Communication and Journalism will thrive with somebody who wrote a book called Wireless Communication.
And now to go along with the fresh breeze outside, let's go to our one-day forecast with Jaren Tasmin. Jaren?
Thank you, Rachel. Hello and good day, Seawolves. You have me doing the one-day report. I don't know about you, but it's quite a beautiful day, isn't it? There's plenty of sunshine and some clouds drifting by. We have a high of 48, so it's crisp, but it's still a little bit chilly. And we have a low of 38 heading into the evening. We have winds coming from the southeast around 10 to 15 miles per hour, so make sure you have another layer of a coat. I don't know about you, but I feel like today is a great day to go out for a walk. Thank you, and it's been a pleasure. This has been Jaren Taslim. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Jaren. I'm excited for the week ahead, but not the cold. It's Black History Month, a time to honor the generation of African Americans who faced hardship and fought for equal rights in American society. We should know that Stony Brook University boasts one of the very first Black history study programs in the United States. But African studies is more than books and scholarly articles.
Sometimes you feel the essence of it on your tongue and in your stomach. Food is a universal phenomenon like Jamaican cuisine, known for its bold flavors, rich spices, and vibrant dishes that bring a taste of the Caribbean to every bite. Isha is here to take us on a flavorful journey into the heart of Jamaican cooking. Over to you, Isha.
February isn't just the month of love, but Black History Month. And what better way to celebrate it than with Jamaican cuisine? Jamaican cuisine has deep-rooted history in African culture. Ingredients like yams, plantains, and okra were brought by enslaved Africans during the transatlantic slave trade and now has become a staple in their dishes. The array of spice blends used in these dishes are derived from African spices, and now the flavors can be bursting on your taste buds at a destination just 4 minutes away from campus, Moe's Island Spice. So let's head on in.
Jerk chicken is authentic Jamaican cuisine. So growing up in Jamaica, which is where I'm from, the island, little island out in the Caribbean Sea, having jerk chicken or stewed chicken or jerk pork, which they do it a very authentic way on the street. You'll see people just buying it as a street food. It's usually served at every event. If there's a party or anything festive, then you'd find the jerk chicken, the oxtail, the jerk pork, along with many other cuisine that we would have growing up in Jamaica. And so that taste of that flavor is always there. And a yearning for those flavors and those tastes of what I'm used to growing up is really a big part of why I decided to open up Moe's Island Spice here in Setauket. Have rice and beans, we have jerk chicken, the oxtail. We also have like the curry chicken, jerk pork, fried plantains, of course. That's a big deal too, It's not just a breakfast item like the fried plantains go with everything.
Well, hungry and stopped in at Moe's for some food. The best Jamaican food you can get in the area. I think one of the only Jamaican place you can get in the area, which makes it kind of fun. So it's different. It's something new. So you got to stop in and try it. You got to try the pork. tried the chicken to everything. Anything you get here is good.
Chris is right. I have learned to love this food as much as I love the flag of Jamaica. I spent several hours and everything that me and my little brother tasted was great. And he is very, very picky with this type of stuff. But even more than that, SBU students get 30% off lunch specials like curry chicken, stew chicken, and jerk chicken, served with a side of plantains. And if you don't know what plantains are, that's reason enough to go and sample the staple Jamaican cuisine at Moe's Island Spice. And if you need another excuse, food helps you understand the culture, and it is Black History Month after all. Not to mention, this was the tastiest reporting assignment I've ever had. Back to you guys on the desk.
And now it's time for sports news. Adrian's Avenue, as we call it, is always a favorite here.
Thanks, Rachel. Welcome to Adrian's Avenue, your road to all the sports I care about. I'm your host, Adrian Esposito. Baseball is finally back, and some big changes happened during the offseason. For starters, the New York Yankees changed their long-standing policy of players not being allowed to have facial hair. Then owner George Steinbrenner instituted the policy in 1976. But his son, Hal, recently stated it was time for a change. Here's what Hal Steinbrenner had to say about it.
That it was somewhat unreasonable. So I made the change, talked to the players this morning at the team meeting. I think they understand what my thought process was as well. There will be parameters to this, and they know that, just as we have parameters to our other policies and guidelines. So that's kind of the chronology of the whole thing, and I mean, obviously I'm here to ask.
The Yankees are now allowed to have facial hair, thanks to Hal Steinbrenner. How will this new policy affect the players' appearances, and will it affect their games? The New York Mets had their first spring training game on Saturday when Trader and new Met Juan Soto hammered the ball in his first at-bat for a home run. Maybe he's not as washed up as I thought. It still remains to be seen if the addition of Soto will benefit the Mets in the postseason. The Mets and Yankees continue spring training games this week. The New York Knicks are finally good again. They are third in the Eastern Conference with a record of 37 wins and 20 losses. The Knicks only trailed the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Boston Celtics. They play the Philadelphia 76ers on Wednesday. Meanwhile, the Brooklyn Nets are 11th in the conference with a record of 21 wins and 35 losses. The Nets play the Washington Wizards tonight and are favored to win because the Wizards have an abysmal record of only 9 wins and 47 losses. Basketball here at Stony Brook is not going super well. The women's basketball team has a record of 11 wins and 14 losses and are 11th in the CAA, although they did beat Campbell 76-51 last night. Their next game is against Delaware on Friday night. The men are doing significantly worse. They are last in the CAA and have 23 losses and only 6 wins. Their next game will be on Thursday night as they battle for Long Island supremacy against Hofstra. Thanks for joining me for Adrian's Avenue. I'll see you out there on the avenue, but only if the weather's good. Let's hear from Ava Shea with our 7-day forecast.
Let's take a live look at the Statue of Liberty, courtesy of EarthCam. We're heading into a warmer week, Seawolves, so it might be time to shed a few of those layers. Starting off with Monday, we're looking at a high of 48 degrees under partly cloudy skies, and it'll cool down overnight to a low of 38. Tuesday brings one of the warmest days of the week with a high of 51 degrees and a low of 37 as the evening sets in. Skies will look mostly gray with persistent cloud coverage throughout the day, but we can expect gradual clearing overnight. By midweek, we'll see more sunshine with mild temperatures sticking around. Wednesday, we'll reach a high of 50 degrees under mostly sunny skies, though clouds will thicken later into the day and into the evening as temperatures dip to 38. Thursday is shaping up to be our warmest and wettest day, so keep those umbrellas handy. There's a 50% chance of rain during the day with cloudy skies, though things should start to clear up by nightfall. Expect a high of 52 degrees and a low of 37. Friday cools down a bit with a high of 45 degrees and a low of 32 under mostly cloudy skies. Good news for the weekend, warmer temperatures are sticking around. Saturday brings a mix of sun and clouds with a high of 48 and a low of 30. This will be a great opportunity to enjoy the milder weather this week. Just don't forget to keep a jacket nearby. That's your forecast, Seawolves. Enjoy the warmer temps while they last. Back to you at the desk.
Well, that's all for today, Seawolves. I've got to say, on a personal note, I was out in San Diego for the weekend, and it was a lot warmer than it is here. But now I know what we have to look forward to as spring approaches.
And I was out in the romantic town of Huntington all weekend, and that makes me look forward to this week on campus even more.
Stay warm out there, and don't forget to study for midterms because they are coming up. I'm your host, Rachel Riddle.
And I'm Lubna Barkat.
This is the Big Show.
Okay,
The
we're done.
Big Show.
Thank you.
I love how you both match.